Welcome to the era of Tachyon support. Actually, it's kind of cool to see. You guys smash the like and crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. With the release last night of number 107 getting a QCR, I figured we would kind of drop on in here to the Ghost Rare, just take an old peekaroo here. It's what's going on with this. I do expect these to generally disappear throughout the course of the next day or so, as people are like, well, you know, I prefer the Ghost Rare. I mean, $36 currently as of filming this isn't too bad. You'll probably start to see these hit about the $40 mark through the midsection of the day, which is probably to be expected, but you're going to have your preference. Do you prefer the QCR Altart, or do you prefer, you know, your Ghost Rare for this? But overall, not too bad on the flip side of this. Now, on the flip side of the equation, I mean, Tachyon, you know, you have the Alties with 28 listings currently. You have number C107 for your rank up, and then good old Tachyon Transmigrations currently sitting at about $6. I expect a roaring eruption of value for this card, as, you know, you'll probably see this hit a lower rarity along the way, which we'll wait and see here, but I do think just to hit the high notes here on the Tachyon stuff, that's what you're looking at as of right now. Eye of Illusion. For whatever reason. Oh, I also forgot to mention, you know, leaving a comment down below will get you to walk away with a booster pack. I almost forgot about that for this. But yes, you will get the chance to do that as per usual. I love reading the comments from people. So for whatever reason, Eye of Illusion Collector's Rares got blasted off of the internet. I still can't believe the fact that this is a $65 card, but I think one of the things that people realize with this card is it's not a once per turn. All right, that means you can technically apply multiple of these per turn. And I've seen talk of people being like, well, you know, after the next set, you know, we can do some crazy little things with this. And I mean, okay, sure, you can. But, you know, spending $65 for the Collector's Rare does not feel good. Meanwhile, I can pick up the Ultra Rare here for $4. Yeah, literally $4. I'm kind of surprised to see that the Ultra had a rebound pretty hard here. But once again, I shouldn't be all that surprised, to say the least. Like, this is one of those cards that you genuinely look at and you're like, well, you know, it has potential. Speaking of potential, I turned on my TCG player yesterday, and in the short window that I had it up, syncing prices and everything, my Swift Scarecrows got bought out, and I was like, okay, well, what's going on with Swift Scarecrow? You know, what's Tempai Dragons, literally. The fact that you are seeing these hitting $4, $5 across the board here on up to $6s. The Thunder of Rulers, the Threatening Roars, Wabakus, all of these cards that exist in the current span of the game to detour some sort of attack phase and stop some sort of, you know, giant board swings are all, people are buying every which way right now because they are so scared shitless of a battle phase oriented deck. I'm genuinely impressed right now. So, yeah, I guess I shouldn't be surprised about this, but it's just another thing to note out here. Eclipse Wyverns. Yes, we did have the Eclipse on Monday, and a lot of people are like, oh, Robbie, you got to talk about Eclipse Wyvern. You know, you had 30 cents and 40 cents. This card's not moving at like a crazy speed. You have commons, 71 listings, and the original Structure Deck Dragons collide out here. 252 listings for this. All right. And what amazes me is, I mean, this card does get sales data. All right. It's not like this card is completely dead in the water. Somebody out here actively believes at some point that we will eventually get Eclipse Wyvern back. I'm not 100% against it coming back at this point, but you got to be aware that all of the invisible hands on the market are always, they're watching. They'll know what's going on. So yeah, that's the Eclipse Wyvern. Magic Spectre cards. Oh boy, here we go again. I don't know what's going on with this, but hey, new Dio, or Orthros here. $31, not too terrible. I do see that this went pretty sideways. Holy crap, $60 on the top end here? 41, 35, 35, and 62, on up to $73. Holy crap, that is awful expensive. Bambuku Collector's Rares, 24 to 25. Actually, these are hitting on up to 30. I didn't even realize that one. Okay. Cyclones are actually about 4 to 5 still. Regular Bambuku is about 4s. No real change there. Tin versions coming in about dollars. And Tornado's about 2 to 3. Yeah. The fact that Nekomata also is like a $4 card. Like, what in the world? At least the new ways back here are pretty cheap. Okay. Yeah, the rest is Magic Spectre stuff, except for common freaking QBs from the tins are actual, like, $6 with shit. What? Why? Well, hey, if you got those common QBs, you're rich, evidently. Okay. Huh. Ovi Raptors. We're doing this again for some reason. The collector's rares are bought back off of the market. You heard me say that correctly. That is $120, $130, $150. $150 for Oviraptor. But why, though? I'm so impressed with this. This card has zero business, and I mean zero, exceeding these expectations and shattering the numbers to this point. That is nuts to see. But okay, sure. Armory Recall. Oh boy, here we go again. All of these. Okay, well, first of all, cheap. This card's. It's not that this card's going crazy sideways here, but the thing that's got people wanting this right now is it's another card that can equip the Moonmere Shield directly from the deck. And you don't have much crazy movement on this thing. This card is literally, I don't foresee this becoming a penny stonk anytime soon, but people spending the penny, sure. Equip the Moonmere Shield, have your opponent stare at you and go, what in the world is going on here? Raigeki, Ultimate Rares. Well, we're down to 30 listings yet again for some reason. You're at 65, 70. Somebody bought the terrible version. Yeah, nice Korean there for $1.99. But it looks like you're looking at $70 here. You get it damaged for $60, but if not, you're looking at about $65 a piece. To be fair with Raigeki, though, this does look like a blob. It's interesting. Hey, look, Karaz is still $30, and the Fog King is $13. That's actually pretty cool. In fact, you can get a Fog King for $13. Nice Mask of Why are Mask of Restricts $8 from this set? And those Prime Monarchs are also $5. I knew Turtles would be up. Also, the Infernity Archfiend commons are $5. Temple of the Skulls are also up. Huh. That's kind of impressive to know. The Btio Lubellion. Here we go again. 9 listings. For whatever reason, and I never can really tend to figure this out, but people love buying this card out. And the fact that you're looking at $300 right now for the Btio Lubellion for quarter centuries is awful. You have 84 listings of the Secret Rares, putting you at about a $16 card. Yeah, about 16. That's not terrible. I mean, that's within what I would genuinely expect. Meanwhile, your tin version's also same thing, $12 to $13. You've got a decent spin around here doing what they're worth. But the fact that people are spending, $300 out here for this, like, what are we doing? And I talked about this earlier in the week. I don't know why people are still shocked about this. The card that gives you the ability to gimmick puppet onto your opponent's field, have your opponent stare at you and go, wow, you're so skilled, I can't believe you opened the give and take. As of right now, they have slowly repopulated. This isn't a giant swing back, anything here, but you're looking at about $8 to $9 per copy of this. It's within the realm of expectations, yet again. But we will have to wait and see. We definitely have a lot of movements happening in the market with a lot of this more interesting stuff, as we're going to call it here, to say the least. But what do you guys think about today's market? Please leave a comment down below. Like I said, one of you be walking away with a booster pack, as per usual, and you guys have a good rest of your day, all right? Peace out. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.